Alright then guys, welcome to episode 6 of my playthrough of Total War Saga, Thrones of Britannia. Before we get into it, just a quick reminder, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you've got any tips or feedback for me, leave a comment. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Alright then, let's get into it. Alright then guys, so where we left off at the last episode, we had fought 2 siege battles. Now we won the battle over here. But we lost the battle in Loidis, which we were expecting. There was no army per se in there, just the garrison. I think it was this army here. They beat us and they sacked the settlement. They didn't actually take it, so we still control it, which is perfect. So we've started this turn with a few things going on. So we have research available. Now, I'm going to take a quick look at this, decide what's the best course of action in terms of research, and then I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay guys, so having had a look at it, all the available research, I'm thinking, due to the current food situation, which is really bad, pursuing the agriculture tree is going to be best. By the time we get to the end of it here, we actually get plus 20% food production. We do also get plus 5% upkeep cost for all armies, but I think that is probably the best course of action given the current food situation. So I'm going to go for the agriculture research. Alright, now we have food shortage, which we know about. Risk of rebellion in a lot of different places. A lot of this, however, is to do with me either losing land or taking land. So I think it's like allegiance penalties once a settlement has been captured. So we know about those as well. We've got governors available in West Thriding. I think this is because we took some land to the north. We now have access to, giving someone governorship up there. I think might be a good idea to let Guthfrid take this one, given that it gives us plus 25% food production in that province. So yeah, we'll give him that. Let me just double check that we did give him it. Alright guys, I got a little bit turned around there. So it was West Riding where we have the ability to appoint somebody. We don't want to appoint him, sorry. We want to appoint Guthfrid the farmer. Cost us 425. We are short on funds at the moment, but given that that'll give us a bit of a boost to our farming income, food income, I am going to accept it. Okay. We have damaged buildings in Loidis. We don't have the funds to fix that at the moment. It may also get attacked again, so I don't want to spend any money there really for now. But as soon as we can, we will do that. We have attrition for this unit here. Now, why is that? Okay, so we can't sustain them. I believe that's to do with, the food situation. That's not good. That's pretty bad, actually. Might be worth us actually moving these guys out of here. I do have a bit of a plan, though, which I'll go through in a moment. So we have Adrid and Guthfrid. Both have very low loyalty. These are issues that we need to fix. So, especially with regards to Adrid, because he's a general of ours, he actually... I think he can take control of the army that he has and actually use it against us. I can't do anything about these now, but when I can, I will. And finally, we have skills available for some people here. Leofwine is one of them. He's a governor. We are short on food, so we'll give him a scribe. And then Oswald is also a governor. He has quite high influence, actually. Might need to keep an eye on this guy too. But we're also going to look to give him more points in Forager as well. Doesn't do anything for us right now, but in the long run, probably a smarter move. Okay, now in terms of troop movement, this army that attacked Loidis, now they beat us, but we did quite a lot of damage to them. A lot of their units are very weak. Whereas with this particular army here, Fury of Tyr, they're all pretty strong. Now, I know there's only 10 units compared to the 18, but I actually think we might have a pretty good chance of winning that. Now, I can move them into the marshland to chase, however they will suffer attrition or more attrition should I say, if they do that. If we keep them sort of in the tree line here, just before we get into the marshes closer to the road, we can avoid the attrition. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, I am hoping that the garrison in there can dissuade anyone else from attacking them. There's only this small army up here. They wouldn't be able to beat the garrison there, I don't believe. So let's hope we can deal with this army. And then I might move them into Lloydis, where I think the supplies situation is going to be a bit better and they should stop taking the attrition due to supplies. But we need to win this fight first, I think. Take out this army. That should open the door to me taking back some of these settlements that were taken from me and my allies before, which will strengthen our position and hopefully get back on top of everything. Now, the other sort of thing to worry about here is to the west we still have the army of Westerness. They've taken a couple of our settlements. They have quite a big army here. And we have one Northymbre. It's only one unit, but still they can take some of the smaller settlements with those. So with the Death Givers here, which I think has been led by Adrid. So obviously if he decides to defect, this may go wrong. But I think for now we move him over this way. Try bait these guys out for an attack. And I don't know, maybe set up an ambush or something if we can. But let's see. I think we move them over here first. Try to take out this small army, just so they don't cause me any issues, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, now the last army I have is the Oath Takers with King Guthfrid. Now, with this particular army, I did notice that Northymbre are recruiting another army of 10 units up here to the north. They could potentially cause these guys some problems, so I want to be careful. I might move them up to this settlement here and recruit, if I can, if we can get the food situation under control. Last time they raised an army here, they just sent them raiding in this province. If they do that again, before they actually get a chance to fully, replenish their troops and get to full strength, then, as we did last time, we might be able to bait out an attack and take them out. And then if we do that, we'll continue moving north, taking more settlements from them. So for now, I'm going to leave them where they are. If they move in to raid before they get to full strength, then we'll move up. If they stay there and try and replenish, then we might have to leave them in a settlement just for a bit of extra defense if there's a fight. And with that, I think I'm going to end this turn. Alright guys, so in between turns here, the army of East Engel, who were just outside Lloydis, they have actually attacked me. Balance of power looks like it's fairly even. They do have quite a lot more units than me, but I think we should have a good chance. Most of their units are really weak. If we can get them to rout, it might cause like a big chain rout and then we can win it that way. But let's see. I'll see you on the battlefield for this one. Alright guys, we're here on the battlefield. Now, having a look at it, it looks like this is, marshland. It has these big patches of, areas where troops can't move through it. This could work to our advantage, potentially. If we can find a spot where we can funnel their men in, sort of one unit at a time. It's just picking where that's going to be, so I'm going to have a look around, see where I can form these men up, and then I'll be back with you once I have set their formations and so on. Okay then guys, so I found this nice little spot. It is right in the corner of the map, so it will take them a little while to get over to me. But it looks like there's only one way onto this little patch of land where we are, and it's just here, so all their men are going to have to funnel down this narrow stretch of land. Now what that means is I can put my 2 units of, I think these are the Northumbrian spearmen. We can, block the path there with them. I've got them in shield wall formation as well, so they'll, take any arrow fire, take the brunt of any attack. Behind them we've got 1 unit of spearmen, 1 unit of axemen, and behind them again we then have 2 units of axemen. So these guys can hold in reserve. If they start, getting weak, we can pull the unit out and put another one in, and just keep them held here. Beside that then, I've got my general just sitting behind them. He is hidden in the trees, which is perfect. Hopefully they won't shoot at him with arrows. We also have my long axes hiding in the trees here too. Now these guys are really good at sort of charging in. They get good charge bonuses, I believe. I'm going to send them straight in as soon as the fighting commences. Then in the trees over to the left here, I've got my ranged units. So I've got my javelins and my archers, both of which I have set so that they won't fire at will. They can hopefully remain hidden until they've got all the troops here. And then I'm going to start them shooting into the side of them. I've set my archers to use fire arrows. As I said before, they've got quite weak units. Using fire arrows brings down their morale. If we can get them all to run, hopefully cause a chain rout. Could go in our favour. So, with that all said, I'll start the battle, and once they reach us here, I'll see what they do anyway. Then I'll start the battle. I'll join you again, sorry. Alright guys, they've made it over to us. They have started shooting at us already. I'm going to wait though, I'm going to be patient with my archers and my javelin men. I think my javelin men would be out of range here. Let's check. Yeah, so I'll have to move them a bit closer out of the trees before they start shooting, but that's fine. I'm entering shield wall, so they are, for the most part, protected from arrows. So I'm not too worried about them taking some arrows and spears and whatnot. I believe that's their javelin men shooting at us at the moment. That's fine, let them waste their ammo. And I'm hoping we can bait them into a charge, which I think is going to happen. And once their men are engaged, that's when I'm going to send my archers and javelin men to shoot them in the side. I think you get damage bonuses for shooting them in the side, or at least their shields can't protect them or something like that, so we'll see. Alright, I'm going to start moving my javelins in now.
Hidden units have been discovered.
It's fine, and I'm going to get my archers to shoot at their smaller units here that have hardly any men in them. The reason being I want to get them to rout. Let's get my long axemen. Actually, I'm going to keep my long axemen out of the fight here, only because my arrows are coming in from that side. I don't want to shoot my own men in the back. I'll send the first wave of axemen in, just so they hold the line a bit better. They have good charge bonuses and things like that as well, so that'll do us a favour. Javelin men are doing work, they are shooting them in the side. I believe they are anyway. Yeah, they are. They do quite a lot of damage, so hitting them in the side like this should cause them quite a lot of casualties. There we go, we've got one of them routing already. Let's make sure we pick a good target to shoot at. We're picking the units with the fewest men, hopefully to get them to rout like this. I believe when one unit routs, it causes morale penalties to the rest of the men around them. Or I'm hoping it does anyway. Everyone is doing their job as expected. They've got their archers at the back there shooting at me though, which is not ideal. They're actually shooting at my long axes, so I'm going to put them into loose formation. One of the few units that can do that. Hopefully mitigate a bit of the damage they'll be taking, if they're more spread out. Yeah, it's 2 more units running away. Perfect. This unit doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I'm actually going to charge them in. Okay, let's get my javelin shooting at their men at the back. And I'm actually going to pop a rally for my men with my general. Boost our morale. That's another unit going. Let's have our archer shoot at this unit instead. Perfect. Our javelins have now run out of ammo. I think they're getting shot at. No, it's still my long axes that are getting shot at. But because I've put them in the loose formation, they're not taking very many casualties at all, which is fine. That's another unit running away. I'm going to start firing my archers over to this far side now, just to drop the morale of the units over this side. I'm going to keep these two units out of the fight because I'd like to keep them at full strength. I am losing men here on the front line. I think it's because they've sent their general to me. He has lost a lot of men though, he's at less than half strength now. Hopefully if we can keep that going, that's perfect. For some reason the units seem to stop fighting every now and again. I'm guessing a bit of a bug in the game maybe. Who are these guys charging in? Okay, their archers must be running out of ammo, they're charging them into the fight. Someone's running away. One of the archers, maybe? Not sure. My archers are nearly out of ammo now. But as long as they keep pumping arrows into the side of the men there, damaging the morale, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Their archers seem to still be shooting at my long axemen, who are in trees as well, which I think blocks some of the incoming fire. And then they're in loose formation, so... Still at 101 men. I'm pretty sure they were at 101 men when we started the battle. So they may not have even lost anyone, which is perfect. Again, these guys look like they've stopped fighting. Let's have them charge in. Right, my archers are now out of ammo, so it's all on the infantry, which means I will charge my long axes in now. I'm going to take them off loose formation actually very quickly if I can. There we go, more of the units are running. Sorry, no, that was our units who were running, that's not good. So I will send another unit in. I've not been using my general's ability, the rally ability, to boost their morale enough, so that's probably why, but I'll keep these guys to one side now. I won't send them back in. Get some fresh legs in there. Our long axes are in there now as well. Okay, the general has now been shot at. Again, he's in trees and in shield wall formation, so I don't think he's going to really take any damage. We'll keep an eye on it. He's got 89 men at the moment, and these axes have 100. Yeah, the axeman lost one man there. I'm not too worried, that should be fine. They're going to run out of ammo soon, I would imagine, too. Now the men on this side here, on the left-hand side, our men look all fresh, and there's a tired and wavering and exhausted, so I think this is going to go in our favour. Apart from this unit of Northumbrian Thanes, they're not having a good time, so I might try and move them out. Send these guys in. And again, we'll put them into shield wall. Oh, facing the wrong way. Okay, more of their units fleeing. This might be the big chain route that we were after. Let's send these guys all charging in. Their archers have still got ammo and are still shooting at us. But yeah, General's still got his 89 men, so I think they're fine. That's another thing, guys, actually. I've changed my audio setup a little bit for this video. So let me know in the comments how I sound, if it's better or worse. Let me know. And with that, I think this fight is going to be over soon enough. I'm going to send some men over to mop up any stragglers. Although I've actually let quite a few of them go already. But that's fine. Hopefully their general will fall soon enough. As soon as the general falls, I think that should be it. The archers won't last much longer than that. Yeah, general's still at 89 men. They've not even... I think they've kind of wasted their archers shooting at the wrong units, but anyway, that's the AI for you. Okay, more guys running away. Let's send them chasing the routing units, and let's send the long axes actually into the back of the general. Okay, general's dead now, so that's going to go in our favour. Those things might not have been a good idea to just send them chasing them, but it's fine. Okay, now that the general's running, everyone else should follow suit soon enough, I would imagine. I'm actually going to just pop these guys into formation here. For some reason I can't put them into shield wall. There we go. Put them into shield wall just to protect them from the archers and send all these guys over. I'm just going to speed this part of the battle up. There's no point watching this at normal speed, as it will be quite boring. Well, let's charge them in now. Let's get them all running after them. I'm hoping they'll run away soon, but let's see. Tell you what, I'll be back with you guys once this battle's over and they're all running away. Alright guys, so it took a little while longer. They managed to run quite far, but we did it. So I will see you back over on the world map. Alright guys, so even though we didn't chase down their men too much, we still did a lot of damage to them. Most of them are completely dead. The only ones left were those archers. I don't think they're going to bother me too much. I might even just let them run off. But okay, we'll see you when the turn's ended. Okay, so, killed an enemy in battle. I think that was the battle that we just fought. We've lost some men to attrition, which we knew about. And we've got some traits gained, so Oswald has gained income, which is good. And Zeal, I'm not sure if that's good or bad, I think it's good. And Wulfric has gained influence. My understanding is that he already had quite high influence, I think. Or low loyalty, one or the other. Either way, that doesn't necessarily help me. So, let's assess the situation then. So, down here in the south, these guys are still taking attrition. I think it's due to them not having any supplies. So, I am going to move them into Lloydis over here. Just that they're in a city. Hopefully, this should start to increase. Let's have a look. So the faction food is now taking its toll on us because we've, such a large negative number of food. It's stopping our men from replenishing, so we need to get on top of that as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I think the only way to do that is to just take settlements. We may have to, even though they're quite weak, send these guys south to take Doncaster back, maybe. I think that's probably the smart thing to do. It's undefended. This army's not going to do much to me. There's only 5 units there. I'm a little bit worried about this army up here. There is only 2 units and they, have hardly any men in them, but they can still take these smaller towns. I don't really have anyone to contest them other than the Fury of Tyr army over here. Okay, I might come back to this towards the end of the turn and make a decision. Yeah, another thing that I noticed was that the army of Westerness, Wayland's Swords, started moving south. I dare say they're probably going to try to take this settlement. That might actually go in my favour because we have a garrison here. So how many units? We've got like 10 units there in garrison. So even though there's 19 of them, we've seen that they can put up a fight. We did the same thing at Lloydis. It might damage them enough that then I can come in with this army, the Death Givers, and sort of finish them off. I think initially what I'm going to do with the Death Givers though is take out this army from North Leod and then move them to the left here, to the west, and start taking these settlements back and kind of chase them south. It might bait them into an attack as well. I know we only have 13 units here compared to their 19. However, I can't actually check their units, but ours are quite well. You know, they've got a lot of experience. They're ranked up, and I could always set an ambush or put ourselves in a fort to make us, you know, give us a better defensible position, basically. So, what I'll do is then, let's take this army. They're probably going to run away initially. Oh, maybe not. We will auto-resolve this one. Perfect. Enemy killed in battle. Brilliant. And then we'll start moving him back this way. With the Oath Takers, so something I noticed was this army, they recruited more units, so they're up to 13 now, and they're staying in their own territory, which means they're probably going to be replenishing as well. It's a bit of a problem for me because I'm not going to be able to replenish due to our supplies being really low, and we don't have very many units. I can't afford to take another hit to my food. I don't think that'll be a smart move at all. I can't take this settlement because it's a region capital. I don't have enough men to do that. I don't really want to start sacrificing these smaller settlements up here either. So, a bit of a conundrum. I mean, I could just put them in a settlement to the north, or even hide them in trees, try and get an ambush or something. In fact, we'll do that. We need to use these guys to defend. There's no two ways about it, really. I'm going to have to. I think that's all the armies sorted then. Actually, no, still these guys. We need to decide what we're doing with them as well. So they're not going to replenish while they're there. We may as well try and come get Doncaster back. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Okay, so in terms of the events for the turn, food shortage we're aware of, risk of rebellion. Yeah, we're aware of those as well. It's not going to get better until we sort the food situation out. Damage building and Lloydis, we still, I believe, don't have enough to fix that, or do we? I know we do, so we'll fix that. I think they actually fix themselves over time anyway, so that's okay. Attrition, we know about those guys. We know about the low loyalty. We might be able to do something about at least one of these now. So let's check Adrid. Okay, no, it costs 950 to try and raise their loyalty. With Adrid, though, his loyalty is low because, or at least one of the factors, is that he's more influential than our ruler. So Guthfrid has influence 7. Adrid has influence 9. Cost me 571 to lower his influence, which is something I can do. So I am going to go for that. Okay, he lost 2 influence. I actually lost 1. I didn't realise I could lose influence as well. So that's not actually very good. But anyway, it still puts him, you know, the difference is still 1 there, so he's still, we're a bit closer to the influence level. That puts Guthfrid at an influence level of 6. I think quite a lot of, yeah, so he's got an influence of 7. Canute has influence of 7 as well, but because I think he's his son, I don't think he'll betray us. I might be wrong about that though. Anyway, we will leave that for now. One thing I've just thought of actually that I can do, I think if you give them estates and things like that, it boosts their loyalty, so I'm just going to quickly go through and see if I can give them any estates to boost loyalty. I'll be back with you in a second. Alright guys, turns out I only have 1 estate, and it's one of the only things giving Guthfrid influence and getting food production out of it, so I'm not going to mess with that. We'll have to deal with the loyalty another time. And we also have insufficient supplies for the Oath Takers. We saw that last time. Until the food situation is sorted though, there's not much I can do about that one. So I think we'll end the turn there and possibly end the episode as well. Alright then guys, so that's episode 6 complete. Now, other than the food situation, I think things are looking a bit better. We'll have to see how that goes in the next episode, but for now, if you like the video, please leave a like, it does help. Being a small channel helps with the algorithm and so on, gets the video out in front of people. Leave a comment if you've got any feedback or tips for me, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit subscribe. Alright, I'll see you on the next one.